Hey, welcome back. It's your man Wise, and today I have a great video to share with you guys. This is another walkaway testimonial. This is a young lady, I believe she's a college student. Just ran across this morning, and I wanted to share, with you guys. We know that the propaganda machine has been pushing heavily and trying to stop conservatives, especially Christian conservatives. They do not want the word of God mentioned on any mainstream media platforms. They hate it when the football players and the basketball players always, the guys that start off, hey, I want to give my thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. They do not like it. They've been bleeping it out. And it's just really unfortunate. We are in a situation right now where we are no longer really being divided along racial lines. We're being divided amongst or along the lines of the believers and the unbelievers. This young lady's testimony, her story, powerful. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the video.
Hello to everybody who watches this. My name is Zakia Cooper, and I am a 23-year-old Christian conservative from Chicago. This is going to be my walk away story because I was 100% Democrat. I was on the Democratic plantation, and I was happy with that. So let me go ahead and tell y'all this story because it's a little crazy. So in 2021, I moved into my first apartment, and the apartment that I chose to move into was like a dorm style room where you would share a bathroom with a roommate of the same gender. That's what my lease said, and I was okay with that because I really wanted to move out. And so I move out, and I don't have a roommate initially, right? So I'm living there by myself for 1 full year, and I'm happy with that. A year passes, and I slowly noticed that the bathroom that I had to myself is showing signs of being used by a man because I'm seeing that the toilet seat is up. And so I'm like, okay, I didn't know I had a roommate, but I just assumed that I had a roommate that was a girl because that's what they told me. I had a female roommate, and she had a boy or something over there who was using the bathroom. So I'm like, whatever. He's dirty because he's not flushing the toilet and he's leaving the seat up all the time, but whatever. This is what happens when you move in a conjoined situation. So I was satisfied, I guess. But I slowly realized that it was a man in my room, y'all. A man. A trans woman. And I realized it's because I see the person. I see this man that they moved in my room. I came out one day and I happened to see him. We came in at the same time. And I'm like, that's a man. It was a man. It was a man. They moved a man in my room. And so I stopped paying rent in that building because I'm like, how are y'all going to move a man in my room? And y'all told me in my lease that I would have a same-sex roommate. I stopped paying the rent, and eventually the housing manager or whatever reaches out to me, and she's like, I'm telling her my situation. She's like, oh, well, we can't discriminate. That's why we weren't allowed to discriminate against him. He identifies as a woman, so we had to give him a female roommate. Y'all. The craziest thing I ever heard in my life. I'll never forget that day. Because I was like, what the heck is going on in this country? Like, I knew that there were trans people running around. I knew that was a thing, but I never really actually paid attention to the impact of that until it directly affected me, which is how most things work. So upon coming to that realization, I'm like, wait a minute.
That's exactly how most things work. They normally don't broadcast what they're doing and the changes to policies and changes to rules. They normally don't broadcast it. What they do is they underhandedly implement and change up the rules for these people. And then when you find out and confront them, then they'll say, oh, we can't discriminate, this, that, and the third. It is what it is. You have no say. It's not right, but that's how they have been going about doing it. Even when you look at what's going on in the schools, they didn't tell the parents that they were going to be placing these types of books in the school. They didn't tell parents that there were going to be drag queen hours at the school. They didn't tell parents that, hey, by the way, in the elementary school classes and middle school classes, that we're going to have conversations, around, all these different, genders and things of that nature in the class. They didn't tell parents that. They did not give parents the opportunity to opt out if they so chose. And that's what's unfortunate about what's going on right now. They're doing this and they're pushing it on our children, but they're not giving parents. And they're just like this young lady. They didn't even tell her, hey, by the way, this is what's going on. She had to find out on her own. And that's awful, man.
What laws? Why can't we discriminate against? Why is there a man in my room? Because we can't discriminate. But what about me? I'm a woman. I'm 21 years old. I was 21 at the time. And y'all moving this man in my room? What if he raped me? What if something happens to me? Nobody would care.
And they didn't tell her.
After this experience, I became extremely interested in these so-called discrimination laws or whatever this person was speaking on. And I done fell down the conservative rabbit hole from that point forward. I found myself watching Matt Walsh, who's of the Daily Wire, and he has a documentary called What is a Woman? And it's basically about my situation where trans men are erasing women. And after watching that film, I realized that I was supporting literally satanic stuff. I didn't know. I thought I was being PC, right? No. I was supporting Satan. And I'm a Christian. I was raised a Christian. So I'm like, this ain't right. This is not aligning with my Christian values. Wait a minute. We're calling men women. It's not lying. God doesn't make mistakes. So why am I calling you a she and you're a man? That's a lie. I'm not doing that. Oh, I'm transphobic now. Oh, I'm homophobic now. That's fine. Because I'm not lying because y'all said so. That's insane. So that was just the tip of the iceberg, y'all, because after discovering this stuff about the LGBT, I went on to find out that I was also indoctrinated by feminism. I was racist. I'm black, as y'all can see, right? And so it's not okay for blacks to be Republicans, let alone wearing a MAGA hat in public. Come on now. Me and my husband get clowned for this. He's not here, but me and him have the same values. We actually ended up, I'm 23 years old. Y'all thought I did not think I'd be married at the age of 23, but I am. Because me and my husband's values align so much. I'm like, why are we not married? Why are we not married? Why are we cohabitating like this? And we're Christians. We're not supposed to be doing that. Let's get married. And we get it. We went downtown and got married. Like, and no, I'm not too young to be married. People, oh, you're young. No, I'm not. I wasn't too young to be having sex with him. Not married. So I'm not too young to be married to him. What are you talking about?
Thank you, sister. Now, you still kind of did things a little backwards, but I'm glad that you recognized it and said, you know what, let's fix that. We need more of that. We have so many of our young ladies being told, oh, just wait, go get your hot girl summer, wait, figure out, test out a lot of this, that, and the third, and then get married at 35. And by that time, for a lot of sisters, you missed your window of opportunity. You missed it. So she's 100% right, 23 years old, she married, boom. We got to get back to that. Now, I will say, you want to make sure that you find someone that is aligned with your values and you guys are equally yoked and you guys are on the same page and headed in the right direction. I do think that is important. Don't just marry any old body for the sake of marrying someone. But what we do know is that people that are in marriages tend to live their life. They tend to live longer lives, but they also live better lives than single people. Our young ladies have been told a lie. You go to these colleges, they indoctrinate them with the feminism, and they push this lie on them. And then all of a sudden, it's reared a plethora of insufferable, miserable women who are suffering from depression and anxiety because they've been told a lie and they've been told something that actually goes against their very nature. And I'm glad that this young lady has woken up, and she woke up early. And it's unfortunate that she was forced to wake up the way she was forced to wake up because she was put in a situation that she was unaware of. But sometimes, I'll say this, God don't make mistakes. And sometimes he places us in situations that force us to make a decision. And sometimes he places us in situations that opens our eyes so wide and it startles us that we don't have a choice but to make a decision, right or left, red pill, blue pill. What are you going to do?
insanity, y'all. I was racist, y'all. I was content with being racist because when I was in high school, my liberal high school I went to, they taught me that black people couldn't be racist. We could only be prejudiced, which is some BS.
Mm-hmm.
So I was okay with being racist towards other people because they told me that I wasn't being racist. That's insane. That's an insane lie. Y'all have been censored so much. When I came out as a Republican publicly on my platform, because I'm an influencer on both TikTok and Instagram. I also have a YouTube page. And the initial purpose of my platform was to uplift people with natural hair. Because as y'all can see, this is my real hair. These are locks. And, you know, in my community, most women don't like their natural hair. So that's something I've always noticed. And so that's what my platform was initially focused on, you know, engaging with people, telling them that their hair is beautiful. God didn't make a mistake with your hair.
No, he didn't.
You were born with natural kinky hair. You need to learn to love it. Don't give your baby a perm. That's insane. That's self-hate.
It is.
And I slowly realized that.
Unfortunately, a lot of our sisters are walking around suffering from self-hate. They don't like their hair. They don't like their eyelashes. They don't like the way their face looks naturally. They don't like their bodies. A lot of our sisters are out there suffering from self-hate. And the sad part about it is a lot of brothers actually appreciate the way the sisters look exactly the way God made them. We love the natural hair. We do not like the snuffleupagus eyelashes. You know, we can tolerate some makeup, but not so much makeup that it changes your entire face and you are a different person with, and you look completely different with it and without it. We like a more natural look. We just do. We would prefer a woman without a BBL. We don't like the bull nose ring or septum ring, whatever you call it. We don't like that type of stuff. But for whatever reason, the sisters feel like that's what they have to do. But I'm at a point now where I don't think that's something that they're doing for men. I think they're doing it to compete with each other. That's another conversation, though.
There are deeper issues in our community. Yes, the hair is also an issue, and I'm always going to talk about it, but black people are racist. And I realized this because this is how I made my social transition, right? Because I was like a conservative to myself. Only me and my husband were talking about it. We didn't have any MAGA hats or anything, but we were definitely conservative based. So I posted a video on my TikTok at the beginning of the summer. And it was about, because there's a whole conflict in the black community, if you're not aware, where it's considered cultural appropriation for a non-black person to wear like box braids or dreadlocks like mine, or basically any other black hairstyle. If a white person wears it, then they're gonna get bullied and attacked. And so I think that's very wrong. That's very racist. And so I spoke out against it publicly. I'm like, you know, y'all are racist. Y'all are telling a white girl she's not allowed to wear braids because she's white. That's racist. You're telling her she can't do it because of her race. Y'all, I was cyberbullied for this. I had so many people calling me so many slurs.
Mm-hmm.
Calling me Uncle Ruckus. I've been called Clarence Thomas's daughter, Candace Owens Jr., Coon, etc., etc., etc. Y'all know the slurs. So that's when I realized I was right. I'm on the right side of history because I'm like, y'all are cuckoo. Absolutely cuckoo, racist, and I'm not for it. I don't support that. So I'm extremely happy that I escaped the Democratic plantation, the socialist, communist, Democratic plantation that I was trapped on, because when I started voting at the age of 18, I asked my parents what to vote for. They told me Democrat, and so I voted Democrat because they told me to. Little did I know, I was literally voting for communism. So yes, guys, I'm so blessed that at the age of 23, I've come to this conclusion, and I'm not out here supporting demonic things like the LGBT and abortion. I'm no longer a feminist. I respect my husband. I submit to him, and I'm content with that place. I cannot wait for us to be fruitful and multiply, because that's my purpose on this earth. And I'm so happy that I found this platform, because I'm eating all y'all stories up. So yes, thank you guys so much.
Wow. Praise God and bless that young lady and bless her and her husband. And I hope that they are able to be fruitful and multiply. Wow, what a powerful testimony, and what a wonderful story. A lot of times, I mean, we all come across and we have our red pill moments at different times, and it's always something different that happens. It's never the same because there's enough insanity going on, that everybody that has one of these, they all are going through something similar but something different, and that triggers this movement. And wow, that's phenomenal. But again, I mean, she's 100% right in the sense of start voting on your beliefs, what you believe in, and vote accordingly. Her parents did her parents did her a disservice by just telling her vote Democrat instead of saying, you know what, how about you do some research on the candidates? And that's an unfortunate situation when it comes to black people is they just vote Democrat. They don't look at the policies, don't care about the policies. If you ask them about policies, they don't even want you asking them about policies because at that point, once you do that, you're challenging them. You're forcing them to think critically and you're forcing them to actually do something. A lot of black people have been voting in a lazy way. Oh, Democrat, vote. Boom. That's it. No critical thinking. And then you wonder why we're in the situation that we're in. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Keep God first in your life, America first. And I'm going to catch up with you all next time. Peace.